next we have e to the power x to the power 2. So let y equals to e to the power x square. Therefore, y plus delta y will be equals to e to the power x plus delta x whole square. And let that be equation 2. Subtracting 1 from 2, I will have delta y equals to e to the power x plus delta x whole square minus e to the power x square. Let us divide both sides by delta x. We will have delta y over delta x equals to e to the power. Now in the power of e, we have x plus delta x whole square. So we will expand this power by using the formula of a plus b whole square. So it will be x square plus 2 times x times delta x plus delta x square minus e to the power x square whole divided by delta x. This implies delta y over delta x equals to, now this particular portion can be written as e to the power x square times e to the power 2x delta x plus delta x square. We can split that portion into two parts. It will be e to the power x square into e to the power 2x delta x plus delta x square minus e to the power x square whole divided by delta x. So now let us treat this equation with limit on both sides. Del y over del x equals to limit delta x tends to 0, e to the power x square as common, then it will be e to the power 2x delta x plus delta x square minus 1 whole divided by delta x. Now this particular e to the power x square can be taken out as common in front of limit, because limit on limit we have variable as delta x. Dy by dx equals to e to the power x square limit delta x tends to 0, e to the power, let me use the bracket here, 2x delta x plus delta x square minus 1 over delta x. Now in order to solve this question, let me multiply numerator and denominator by 2x delta x plus delta x square by 2x delta x plus delta x square. So we will have dy over dx equals to e to the power x square limit delta x tends to 0, e to the power 2x delta x plus delta x square minus 1 over 2x delta x plus delta x square times, here in numerator let me take out delta x and delta x as common, then it will be delta x 2x plus delta x whole divided by, let me write this particular delta x here in below. So this delta x and delta x will get cancelled. Now this particular expression, that is 2x delta x plus delta x square, let me put as u. So put 2x delta x plus delta x square equals to u. Now as delta x tends to 0, u tends to 0. How is this? Because I am saying delta x is tending to 0. So if I put delta x 0 here and 0 here, so u will also be 0. That means u also tends to 0. Okay. And in next step, we will distribute this limit to this particular portion and to this particular portion. Implies dy by dx equals to e to the power x square limit u tends to 0 e to the power u minus 1 by u times limit delta x tends to 0 2x plus delta x. Okay, now as you can see, this is in the formula and the value of this portion is 1, and here I will put delta x as 0. So I will have dy by dx as e to the power x square times 1 times 2x plus 0. So this implies dy by dx equals to 2x e to the power x square. So this is our answer for this question. Next we have the function root over tan x. So let y equals to root over tan x. Then y plus delta y will be equals to root over tan of x plus delta x. So equation 1, equation 2, subtract equation 1 from equation 2, then we will have y plus delta y minus y equals to root over tan of x plus delta x minus root over tan x. So on the left hand side we have minus y plus y, so it will be delta y equals to root over tan of x plus delta x minus root over tan x. Let us divide both sides by delta x, then we will have del y over del x equals to root over tan of x plus delta x minus root over tan of x whole divided by delta x. Now here I will rationalize the numerator by multiplying and dividing with its conjugate. Then we will have root over tan of x plus delta x plus root over tan of x whole divided by root over tan of x plus delta x plus root over tan x. So it will be delta y over delta x equals to root over tan of x plus delta x whole square minus root over tan of x whole square whole divided by delta x times root over tan of x plus delta x plus root over tan x. In numerator, as you can see, square root and square root and square get cancelled. So we will have delta y over delta x equals to, now this particular tan can be written as in the form of sine by cos. So it will be sine of x plus delta x over cos of x plus delta x minus sine of x over cos of x. But no need to change the denominator. So it will be delta x root over tan of x plus delta x plus root over tan of x. So now let us simplify the numerator. We will have del y over del x equals to sine of x plus delta x cos of x minus cos of x plus delta x sine of x whole divided by cos of x into cos of x plus delta x and whole divided by delta x times, we have 1 here. So finally this portion and this portion will get multiplied. And in the numerator here, this is in the form of sine of a cos b minus cos of a sine b. So this is the formula for sine a minus b. So using this formula here, we will have delta y over delta x equals to sine of A minus B whole divided by cos of x plus delta x times root over tan x plus delta x plus root over tan x. Okay, in numerator this minus x and plus x get cancelled. So now let us put the limit on both sides. We will have limit delta x tends to 0, delta y over delta x equals to limit delta x tends to 0 sine of delta x whole divided by, let us distribute the limit on the second part. So I will write this particular portion and this portion as together, this particular portion and this particular portion separately. And since cos of x can be treated as constant, let me write that in front. Implies dy over dx equals to, see, cos of x is constant, so let me write 1 by cos x in front and distribute limit delta x tends to 0 sine of delta x over delta x into limit delta x tends to 0 1 by cos of x plus delta x tan of x plus delta x plus tan of x. We will have dy over dx equals to 1 over cos x times 1 over cos of x plus 0 times root over tan of x plus 0 plus root over tan x. So if I simplify, then it will be dy by dx equals to 1 by cos x into 1 by cos x times root over tan x plus root over tan x. So this equals 1 by cos square x. Now root over tan x plus root over tan x is 2 root over tan x. Cos x is the inverse of sec, so I can write sec square x over 2 times root over tan x. So this is my answer for this question. Okay, next I have cos square x. So let y equals to cos square x, then y plus del y equals to cos square x plus del x. So subtracting equation 1 from equation 2, I will have del y equals to cos square x plus delta x minus cos square x. Let us subtract both sides by del x, then we will have del y over del x equals to, now here this is in the form of a square minus b square, so this formula for it is a plus b times a minus b over del x. Let us put the limit on both sides. We will have limit delta x tends to 0, delta y over delta x equals to limit delta x tends to 0. Now this is in the formula of cos of a plus cos of b. I have written here the formula, so it is 2 times cos of a plus b by 2 cos of a minus b by 2. So we will use that formula, so we will get 2 cos of a plus b by 2 times cos of a minus b by 2. This part here, so this is cos of a minus cos of b, so we will use this particular formula here. So it is minus 2 sine a plus b by 2 sine a minus b by 2. So we will have minus 2 sine of a plus b by 2 times sine a minus b by 2 whole divided by del x. So this implies dy over dx equals to 2 and minus 2 will get multiplied, then I'll get minus 4, which I can write in front of limit delta x tends to 0 cos of 2x plus delta x by 2 times cos delta x by 2 as minus x plus x get cancel, minus x plus get cancel, times sine of 2x plus delta x by 2 times sine of delta x by 2 whole divided by del x. In the next step we will distribute the limit, so I will write this particular portion and this del x together while distributing the limit. Okay, so I will have dy by dx equals to minus 4 limit delta x tends to 0 cos of 2x plus delta x by 2 cos of delta x by 2 sine of 2x plus delta x by 2. So let me write limit delta x tends to 0 here and sine delta x by 2 over delta x. Now I'll divide and multiply by 2 here, okay, and I will write this 2 here in front below 4. Okay, so we will have dy by dx equals to minus 4 over 2. So now let me put this limit to all this delta x here. So we will have cos of 2x by 2 cos of sine of 2x by 2 into, and we will have this particular portion as 1. So we will have into 1, and I have written this 2 already here in front. Okay, so here this 2 1s are 2, 2 2s are 4, so we will have dy by dx equals to minus 2 cos of, if I simplify it will be cos of x times cos of 0 is 1 times sine 2x by 2 is sine of x. So we will have dy by dx equals to minus 2 cos x sine x. And since this is the formula of sine 2x, so we can write dy by dx equals to minus sine 2x. So this is the answer for this question.